he just came back from injury. So, I guess they kind of working him in. It is what it is. But other than that, man, I felt like, I ain't gonna say I felt like, but from what I seen, Gibbs, like last week he went off on somebody. This week they kind of concentrated on him a little bit, bottomed him up, and sometime in the third quarter, I think they brought in Montgomery, and he was better between the tackles for this game. He was so he was a better running back for this game, and he was able to get some stuff going. But it was just Green Bay night, man. It is what it is. It was Green Bay night. It wasn't Detroit night. This takes me back to the beginning of the season, or was it the beginning of the last season when we was talking about who the best quarterback was in that division, and I said it was Jordan Love.
You did.
Of course, Chris said it was Goff. How you like me now?
The reason Jared Goff wasn't very good is because Micah Parsons was bananas. He was crazy.
Detroit used to have a guy like that.
It did. What was his name?
Hutch.
He's still there, man. He's still there. He just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if they gonna let Michael Parsons disrupt what they were trying to do, they got a guy that's a disruptor too.
Yeah. Michael Parsons had 8 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 3 tackles for loss. He was everywhere, man. Everywhere
and nowhere at the same time.
Next game was the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Cowboys come out on top 31-28.
I should have picked the Cowboys, man. I went against my better judgment. I picked the Chiefs on this, man. I thought they was turning the corner.
Yeah. Dak Prescott 27-39, 322 touchdowns and an interception. Javonte Williams 7 carries for 59 yards. CeeDee Lamb 7 catches for 112 yards and a touchdown. George Pickens 6 for 88. Jake Ferguson 5 for 36. Jadeveon Clowney had 6 tackles, 5 solo, 2 sacks, and 2 tackles for loss.
Jadeveon Clowney?
Yes.
Sheesh, I don't even remember seeing him. But you know what I remember seeing? Them freaking receivers, boy. Lamb and Pickens is on a freaking tear. I mean, I thought Chase and Higgins did good for the last couple of years as a duo. I thought Devontae and A.J. Brown did good as a duo. I thought Tyreek Hill and Kelsey did good as a duo. But I thought Lamb and my man that just retired, Amari Cooper, I thought they did decent as a duo. But this daggone Pickens and Lamb duo,
it's dangerous,
bruh. And then you got Dak throwing to him. If y'all mess around and get a dangerous backfield, I don't know if it's going to be one elite back or is it going to be running back by committee and they both pretty good and you can just keep bringing them in and keep the pressure on the defense. I don't know if it's going to be that. I think I seen Dallas with both versions of that. They had an elite back with Zeke. And then they had, 2 backs that was pretty decent. One was a home run hitter in Julius Jones. And I think the power back then, was it Barber? Was it Marion Barber? Was it? Mm-hmm. It was Barber and Jones. Then you got Zeke, one backfield. Then y'all had Lamar Murray. Or was it? Which Murray was it?
DeMarco
Murray. Y'all had him for a year or two. Mm-hmm. He was dangerous. So y'all done had various versions of this.
DeMarco or Latavius?
DeMarco for the Cowboys. DeMarco Murray.
Yeah. So y'all done had running back by committee, and y'all done had an elite back. Which one you think y'all closer to getting? You think you can get a free agent back? You think you can get a rookie back that's automatically come on field like Ezekiel Elliott did? Like, what y'all gonna be able to get to make this offense better next year?
I don't know if you need it, and I tell you why.
You need it because something ain't working right now.
Javonte Williams is 4th in the NFL with 968 yards rushing. The running game is working just fine.
Sure, but is that because you got 2 monster receivers and you can't put 8 in the box? Like, does he really jump off the page as an elite back or potentially elite back, I don't see it.
He's got 4.8 yards a carry in the NFL. What more do you need?
Yeah, but I'm asking you why. Is it because he's that great or that good? Or is it because you got to daggone worry about two receivers that's deep threats and possession receivers?
You can't stack the box.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Stack the box.
All right,
but every one of your elite backs in the NFL this year, you can't stack the box against them, except for the Colts.
Well, except for Philly, because they're not gonna throw it. They ain't going downfield, boy. You know what happened? We'll get to Philly in a minute, but yeah, that's my thing with the Cowboys. I see what's potentially there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got two guys on y'all D line that if y'all keep, y'all should be fine. If y'all just find some more pieces to maybe a good linebacker behind them. I think y'all need some secondary help. But it's gonna be real interesting starting with, can y'all re-sign Pickens, and can y'all get an upgrade at running back? You said that y'all don't need it. Cool. If y'all don't upgrade the running back position, cool. Can you do something on the defensive end that's gonna make y'all a contender next year? And it's possible. It's right there.
Your linebacking core got better when Overshown came back. He's been everywhere on defense. Your corners and your safeties are still the same dudes. If you got an upgrade that you need anywhere, that's where you need it. You need it in the secondary. You gotta have it. Night game was a surprise for me. Ravens get absolutely pounded by the Bengals 32-14 in Joe Burrow's return, and he looked just like Joe Burrow.
Now, how surprised should we be about that?
I think if the Ravens are showing you this year exactly who they are, we want to believe that this is not them. But if they're showing you exactly who they are, why can't we believe them? They tell you if somebody shows you who they are, believe them, right? It just looks like this is who Baltimore is. I mean, what's the excuses? They're primarily back healthy, minus a couple people who's out on IR, but for the most part, they're healthy. So if this is who they are, if this is what they're putting out on the field, this is what we have to say that they are.
Do you think that, is it one of those teams like the 49ers were injury riddled this season and they'll get a high draft pick and come back with the players that were on injury reserve right now, and they'll be much better next year? Or is this a problem inside the facility and they need a change?
I mean, San Francisco hurt again this year, and they're in the hunt to be in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They're only one or two games behind LA for the division.
2.
And they got a slew of people on IR.
Actually, now it's 1 because they won in LA.
Oh, and LA lost.
Yeah.
So they got a slew of people hurt. So at what point can we make it injuries? You know what I'm saying? If we're seeing other teams do it and still be competitive. And it's not like the Niners are like getting, slouches for the entire season on their schedule. They getting some games in there, some tough games, but they're winning them. It was Mac Jones, and then Brock Purdy came back, won a couple, I think.
Yeah.
So what's the issue for the Ravens?
I think it may be the coach.
I was about to say, are we ready to have that conversation for real? I mean, I don't want to say it's Todd Monken, because we've seen this offense under Todd Monken. This offense is incredible.
Is it now? To me, I watched them play Thursday night, and to me, Lamar Jackson doesn't look 100%. It looks about 70%, and it's almost hindering the team more than it's helping.
What was his injury again? Hamstring, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no to it being Harbaugh, and I'm gonna say no to them needing to change with the coaching staff. I'm gonna say that. However, whatever the issue is probably not gonna get fixed unless there's a change at head coach or a change at quarterback. Right. So something's got to change because, it's like when stuff gets stale. You know what I mean? What am I trying to say? Like sometimes you just need to change the scenery, change the pace, and it don't really mean that it's somebody's fault or somebody's not doing something right. It's just sometimes unfortunate events occur, and after so many letdowns of having teams that should be contending but don't because one thing or another happened, you just take too many knockout punches to where as a group y'all can't move forward, man. It's because you're just like, it's almost like that black cat that ran across the Chicago Cubs stadium. Like once you feel like you curse, you just go be cursed until something changed. So every time adversity hit them, Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson look at each other like, man, again. And then whatever has usually happened, you start to doubt in your mind and think that it's going to happen again. And that, just that little bit of doubt mess with how successful you can be. So they got to make big changes, but it's not Lamar's fault or Harbaugh's. As a matter of fact, if I was to put some blame on somebody, it'd probably be on Lamar the most because he's been playing like shit for 3 games. Right now, early on, the losses they took early in the season wasn't on Lamar. He was balling out, but I think Derrick Henry fumbled twice in 2 straight games that blew the game.
3 straight games.
3, right? Games that they should have won, fumbled the bag with Derrick Henry. And then, after he kept fumbling like that, I started to notice that they didn't trust him a lot and they wasn't giving him the ball a lot. And then Lamar goes down. And then now Derrick Henry started to play a little bit better. Lamar is back. They have a decent game. Then they have a whack game. And then they have a game that they got whooped. So it is what it is.
Their only saving grace right now is the fact that Pittsburgh has regressed tremendously this season from the start that they had. And they still have both games against Pittsburgh left to go. Right now, they're both at 6-6. So that's pretty much their only saving grace. But at this point, do we even want to see Baltimore in the playoffs looking like this?
The Bengals might be as bad as the Bengals defense is. Sheesh. Man, I just wish that you could take not the Bengals O-line. I just wish you could take Jamar Chase and Higgins and put them on the Browns to add to Shador in their defense. I'm for real. I'm like, man, the O-line in Cincinnati and the defense is horrible. At least the Browns got a defense, dog. Just you wasting them receivers, man. Bring them receivers over to Cleveland.
Well, they paid them both out, so they locked up in Cincinnati for the next 4 at least.
So SWAT 282. I think Lamar Jackson is still hurt. I don't think he's 100%, but I think even him at 70% is better than what they have behind him.
Snoop.
And there's no
Cooper
explosiveness. Like there's none whatsoever. He'll leave the pocket and run still, but it looks like Russell Wilson running or something. It don't look the same.
If they would have drafted Shador, it'd be a full blown quarterback controversy right now in Baltimore. It'd be a controversy, 100%, dog. Because if he would have got hurt like that, Shador would have got in. And with Derrick Henry and Andrews and the other tight end they got, I think Shador and Harbaugh, I think Shador can make something shake. And by the time Lamar came back, man, what do you want to do?
I
think it would have been time to move on.
Maybe. I mean, it is a solidified offense. Decent line. Decent receivers. Yeah, maybe it could work. I don't know. But they have they're going to make the playoffs, especially with the way Pittsburgh is playing right now. They're going to make the playoffs.
You don't think the Bengals can catch them?
Can the Bengals win 5 straight?
Yes.
As long as Joe Burrow keep being Joe Burrow, yeah, they can win
Let's
5
see.
straight.
Let's see, because they 4-9 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they got a slew of division games coming up in the next 5. They got Baltimore, so they got one on. I think they actually beat Baltimore twice this year.
Did they?
It's a dang on shame if they did.
Let's see.
Baltimore ought to be ashamed of themselves, man.
They got Buffalo, Miami, Arizona, Cleveland next. That's their Buffalo.
Okay, no, so they
Baltimore,
got Baltimore again. So
Buffalo, Baltimore, Miami, Arizona, Cleveland.
Well, that Buffalo game is gonna be tricky.
Buffalo game is gonna be tricky, and Baltimore home is gonna be tricky too.
Not if they keep playing. Not if Baltimore plays like they just played on Thursday.
You're right. I'm not disagreeing with you.
And then you got the Dolphins, the Cardinals, the Browns. You could really go 3-0 to end the season. But
yeah, it's definitely favorable once you get past this little gauntlet of game. These next 2 games, it's favorable for you in the last 3.
But the thing about it is, right? So both Pittsburgh and Baltimore are 6-6. Pittsburgh's next 5 is Ravens. So that one of them is going to take the other one out in that one.
Somebody got to win that game, right?
Somebody got to win that game.
Yep.
So, and then they got the Dolphins, Lions, Browns, Ravens to end the season. If they end up shooting each other, that Buffalo loss, if they lose to Buffalo, might not hurt them. And the Bengals could come around, because the Steelers don't play the Bengals anymore. And I think that they split the Bengals. So
what was Joe Burrow's injury?
Something with his toe.
Turf toe. He had to get
it
was like grade 3, so he had to get surgery on it.
Yeah.
So he's healed up.
Yeah.
That's that turf toe that Dion never sat down from. And
lost some toes for.
Yeah, that don't turn into whatever it turned into, and he lost his toes.
That's insane. I mean, it's possible, right? It's possible. But we'll talk about the playoffs in just a second. Rest of the week 13 scores. Chicago Friday night beat the Bears, man. The Chicago beat the Eagles. That man.
Let's talk about that game. We got a Bears fan right there on the screen, man. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fingernail polish quarterback and all them zesty balls he throw.
Hey man.
That boy Bears, be like, that boy be, hey, they had him mic'd up. That boy said, catch. And he threw a little lob. He threw a little lob and said, catch.
So let me ask y'all.
I'm listening.
Was Ben Johnson enough?
It seems like it. It seems like it. And Chris, in your defense, I mean, it's been stat-wise, it's been pretty mediocre the entire season, right? Caleb Williams, 17-36, 154 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Where they killed him was Mononaji, 22 carries, 130 yards and a touchdown, and DeAndre Swift, 18 carries for 125 yards and a touchdown.
They gave up 200-yard backs?
2 100-yard backs. 2 of them. Leading receiver for the Bears was Cole Kmet with 3 catches for 36 yards and a touchdown.
I think that might be their undoing. I think I'm not gonna say it's a full-blown disconnect, but he hasn't been on point with his receivers lately. And that might end up being a problem.
If somebody can shut the run down.
Mm-hmm.
You got decent receivers in DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. They have.
It's a great 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
And you got two good tight ends in Kmet and Colston Loveland. So it's not like your receiving core is trash.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
I don't know.
What's the problem? Well,
it's just winning. It's on the record sheet. They're doing fine. It's just like the Eagles, right? Everybody's talking about the Eagles are winning. They're fine, but it doesn't look good. And it's one of those things where with the Bears, because they're like you saying, they're finding ways to win. That's cool. But if you watch the games, most of their wins, they're trash until the fourth quarter. You can't play that way against good playoff teams, which you're going to end up going against if and when you make the play. Because at this point, they're going to make the playoffs. Right?
They're going to make the playoffs.
They're going to make the playoffs. So when you got to step into that ring now, and you're going against these heavyweights, you got to go see the Rams, and you got to go see possibly the Seahawks. You got to go see the Buccaneers. You got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
you can't play that kind of football.
Yeah, that's fine, but we're not expecting them to go to the Super Bowl and make a deep playoff run, correct? Like we're not expecting that, correct?
Nah, I think
right now they're the number one seed in the NFC.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, Corey. Mm-hmm. Chris is expecting championship football from him, and this is their first year being good. They got to build on this, right?
Agreed.
So I mean, the first 2 weeks we was in boot camp, we wasn't marching like we was in week daggone 10. Right. So I mean, you can't the growth that they gotta grow into, you can't force that. You can't be
sure.
Yeah, so you can't be grown now. So when we see, oh man, they putting it on late in the fourth quarter, you just gotta understand, oh yeah, this ain't their year. But they're overachieving, so good job. They're playing good football. All right, build on it. Just like when the Lions, when y'all first started playing good football, you got decided, right? What was that, 2 years ago?
3.
When Golf showed up? When Golf first got there?
This is his 5th season with us.
So when y'all started looking good? When did Dan Campbell get there?
Same time
as Golf.
Mm-hmm.
And it took y'all how many years before y'all look like what the Bears look like right now?
That second year is because we went 9-8. That second year.
Okay. So even though 8-3 is better than 9-8 right now, but
no, but it was 9-8 that year, and it was 3-13 or 3-13-1 the year before. That first year of Golf and Campbell, right. It was 3-13-1. Then it was 9-8. Then it was 12-5. Then it was 15-2.
Right. So the 12-5 year, y'all probably still had some areas where like, man, y'all can't keep doing it, dog. You got to get better with that, and they did every year.
No, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not expecting them, but it's just because once you get into this air, like now you're a playoff lock, right? All that matters is just the seeding. Are you a division or are you a wild card? But you're going to the playoffs. Now that you're in this air, it's like, okay, nobody's expecting you to do it, but how far can you go, right? So I'm looking at it like that. But the way they play the games this season, I've been waiting for the shoe to drop, and that's not a good feeling. I don't want to have to feel that way. I need you to be able to play complete football games, because the way you're playing like this against scrub teams, you're playing these patty cake games against scrub teams. Granted, you are beating some good teams as well. They just beat Philadelphia. Congratulations to them for that. That was a good win. That was a convincing win, right? Mm-hmm. Sure. But when you get into the playoffs, that's not, it's one and done. You win or you go home. But you can't play possum like that for 3 quarters.
Chris, what they're doing is they running the football well and they're playing good defense. That's a formula for being successful.
Sure is.
It is.
And those wins, when you are playing, let's aim for mistake free. Let's not beat ourselves. Let's establish the run. Let's take some premeditated shots or whatever the off defense gives us. And then, let's just play winning football. Sometimes it takes 4 quarters for that. When you playing possession, okay, we go punt. We're not going for it every 4th down. We go punt it, play the possession game. We go trust our defense. They punt it back. We play the field position, and then we get a field goal. You know what I'm saying? We'll take the points, get a touchdown. So when you play like that, it's going to take 4 quarters before you can get the convincing win. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can't play that type of football and then had them blown out in the second quarter unless you get a bunch of turnovers, right? So it don't usually happen like that. So when you play like that, yeah, you go have some close ones and they pulling them out.
So to this comment here, so back to that comment you just had, the Rams, not the Rams one. The Rams are exactly a heavyweight, but that game just showed you the Panthers are not as bad as everybody thought they was.
If
the Panthers are actually 7-6 and in the running to win the division.
Panthers are a decent football team, and they got a hell of a running game as well.
Mm-hmm.
With Rico Dodal.
Courtesy of the Cowboys.
Yeah, courtesy of the Cowboys. So
let me see what that NFC South exactly is looking like.
Tampa Bay and
it's tied. It's essentially tied. Tampa Bay, because they play what tomorrow? Tampa Bay plays tomorrow.
No, they play today.
Did they play today?
They won.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they barely beat the Cardinals.
So Tampa Bay is 7-5. Carolina is 7-6. That division is not that far off.
It's tight.
Which is crazy to say how the season started for Carolina as well.
Agreed.
So and then of course and it goes back to the saying any given Sunday, right? You know, the Rams out here been running roughshod through the league. Cool. You can't play down to your opponent, and this is exactly what happens. You end up losing. So, but the Rams are still a heavyweight for sure. They're going to cause havoc in the playoffs.
Did Carolina just give you?
Well, it's a bunch of Chicago. It's a bunch of Chicago people. Well, it's a couple of Chicago people in the comment section, dog.
What was you saying, Corey?
I said, did the Chargers give you a blueprint on how to beat the Rams? Just out physical them? Because that's what they did today. They just went in there and beat them up.
I mean, I think you can do that with any team. You just got to have the personnel to do it.
Okay.
Carolina has had a pretty good defense the last couple of years, to be honest. It's just that offense hasn't been anything to write home about. But now they're starting to get the offense rolling. Bryce Young is starting to find himself as a quarterback. They got a running game, like you mentioned. Mm-hmm. On top of that defense still being a decent defense. Whereas now you have to start going in and be like, okay, we're playing the Panthers. Don't laugh. This is kind of serious.
It can be, right?
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You can be physical.
Yeah, Cowboys found out that earlier this season.
Yeah, you can be physical with any team. You can be physical with any team but as long as you got the personnel for it.
Gotcha. So Dolphins beat the Saints 21-17.
Expected.
Jets beat the Falcons today 27-24.
That was a doozy.
Yeah.
Didn't the Jets and the Saints pass on Shedeur Sanders?
Everybody passed on Shedeur Sanders multiple times.
Okay, so
I'm just saying.
Jaguars beat the Titans 25-3.
Expected.
Bucks beat the Cardinals 20-17.
It was closer.
Close though.
Closer than expected, but expected.
Vikings,
man.
Seahawks.
Hey, get JJ out of there. And you know what? Bring the camera back. Bring the camera back, Corey, real quick. I want to. This is not Homer. This is not biased. I watched this motherfucker at Michigan.
I was gonna say you're a Michigan Wolverine fan. Go ahead.
JJ McCarthy is not that guy. I tried to tell people. They was like, oh, he's got Justin Jefferson and he's got that defense and what's old boy name? What's the Vikings coach? Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell. He look what he did for Carson Wentz and JJ McCarthy. This is me from watching him at Michigan. All he did was turn around and hand the ball off at Michigan. That was it. He had an incredible running game. It was running backs out to wazoo at Michigan.
So he was a excellent 180 quarterback.
Like my man's there. My man Swat said JJ was a handoff quarterback. That's all he did. I tried to tell folks, not because he went to the Vikings, not because I'm a Lions fan. I watched him at Michigan. That run game and that defense won that national championship, not JJ. Now Cora, you guys are seeing it.
Cora, we gotta make a trophy for 180 quarterbacks. It's gonna look like the Heisman, but it's really
gonna have the ball in his hand.
Handing the ball out.
You gotta have them. You know how they tuck the hand on the stomach and then hold the ball out?
Yeah,
that's what it's gotta be.
We can do it.
That's what it's gotta be.
We can do it.
Who is the best 180 quarterback this season? That's gonna be hey, matter of fact, we should do man down awards. We should score our own awards. We should score our own awards.
Best 180 quarterback this year has to be Daniel Jones.
No, I don't know. Listen, it's honestly gonna be JJ.
Okay, so that's Daniel perfect Jones, segue.
Daniel Jones perfect
segue. Houston Texans beat the Indianapolis Colts today 20-16. Jonathan Taylor, 21 carries for 85 yards, no touchdowns. Pretty pedestrian day. Put the game in Daniel Jones' hands. And he didn't do terrible. He did. 14 of 27 for 201 yards. He threw 2 touchdowns, though. But both of them were 3-yard touchdown passes.
Look, Daniel Jones got wheels, but he on
can
a
run.
fractured. He on a fractured leg right now. I don't even know why he played.
He
I don't
probably
know
shouldn't
why
have
he
played.
did fracture his shit.
Yeah,
he
should not play. Put
Hold
A.
on,
Richardson out there.
Before you continue, what does that say about your backup?
Now he's the real 180.
You gonna send your quarterback out there with a fractured fibula because you don't trust your backup that much.
I want to see 180 on more quarterbacks jersey, man. I don't like 18 was cool for Peyton Manning, but I want to see some 180s on there, man. They got to start. They got to authorize three digit numbers just for quarterbacks, man. I want to see 180 on a bunch of quarterbacks jersey, dog. You know how 88 is the playmaker jersey in Dallas.
Right. 180 is the turnaround handoff.
Yeah, I think 180. I think if you got a 180 quarterback, he's got to wear 180. he's
got to wear 180 on his jersey. So the trophy should be him handing off, and on the back it should say 180 should be his number.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
got it.
Yes.
The backup quarterback is Riley Leonard from Notre Dame.
Oh, it's not even AR?
No, Anthony Richardson is on injured reserve.
Oh, damn.
Now he might be the only quarterback on IR that's not hurt. Ain't nothing wrong with that boy.
He ain't played.
Oh wait, no, he fucked his eye up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that boy.
Remember
that boy got hit the last game preseason, hurt his ribs.
Underwent surgery a month ago to repair an orbital fracture and could return from injured reserve later this season.
Yeah, he.
How did he?
It was no. It was crazy because remember, Mel, it was some of the stupidest shit. Like he ran into something or.
Nah,
he ran into something.
Look, he looked at the blitz.
How was it, Mel?
The blitz was on the edge, pretty much telling him about the blitz.
Oh, that's right.
He ran right into it. No, he dropped back and let him come in free, and the running back was in the flats, so they had the right play.
I don't think that was it. I don't think that's what messed up his eye. I think it was in warmups. Remember because they were talking. I remember that game. They were talking about 2 players, one from each team, got hurt in warmups, and I think he had got hit in the eye or something.
That was before a real game?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the play I'm talking about was the preseason. Yeah, I'm talking about the preseason. So that was the play that he that convinced the quarterback, convinced the O-line, not the O-line. The coach pulled them and was like, he hurt. We starting Daniel Jones week 1. And that was it. All she wrote.
Yeah. Like my boy Swat said, AR might be out of a job.
Week 6 pregame warmups collided with another player and suffered a serious eye injury.
I told you. He ran into somebody and broke his eyeball, his eye bone.
Yeah, that is insane. So yeah, they have no faith in Riley.
I think it might have been against the Cardinals.
May have been.
If I remember, I think it was against the Cardinals.
But they have no faith in Riley Leonard whatsoever.
I don't even know who that is.
He was the quarterback at Notre Dame 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So with because obviously you can't get 100% Daniel Jones, right? I don't know how long a fractured fibula, especially if you're playing on it actively still. Well, you're never gonna be 100% until the season's over with. So right now,
if they sit him, Chris, he would be on IR and probably wouldn't be available but for the last 2 weeks of the season.
No, maybe. IR is 4 weeks. It's 5 weeks left.
So the
last week he'll be ready for the last game of the season.
Now he went on IR 3 weeks ago.
No, we talking about Daniel Jones. If they put Daniel Jones on IR,
goes on IR, yeah, he's done for the remainder of the regular season.
He'll get the last game.
But there's that opens. He'll open up his window.
A 21-day window.
Yeah, he'll open up his window. Doesn't necessarily mean that, but a fractured fibula, even if they open up that window, that's 4 to 6 weeks. He might be done. So do you? Y'all have had a good season to this point. You might not get the number 1 seed now. It looks like New England might be running away with that. Maybe a two-legged race between New England and Denver.
Yeah.
If Denver wins tonight, they'll be the only 10-win teams in the league.
Denver in a dogfight tonight.
So
a fracture anything in your foot or your leg in the sport of football
is not healthy.
Is an automatic sit your butt down unless it's the Super Bowl and it's one game.
Goodness.
If it's the Super Bowl, even if it's the Super Bowl play, right? And if you're not helping your team, you getting yanked at halftime. Right? But this ain't no type of injury that you say, I'm gonna try to manage it.
I can get through it.
Yeah, just so I can get to the playoffs, and then what? In the play, like this is football, dog.
And you take one bad hit to that leg.
No.
So do you go ahead and just call it? You put them on IR?
I do. You got to be able to trust what you got. Yeah. I mean, nobody knew Kurt Warner was a monster until Trent Green went down. And they had put a good squad together. They seen what they had at training camp. They seen Trent Green with Marshall Faulk and Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce and was like, man, we got something here. And then when that dude went down in the preseason, and Dick Vermeil cried, and everybody was in there looking at him like, what you gonna do? We gonna make a trade? He said, nah, we gonna go with Kurt. Everybody was like, what?
Look how it turned out.
The rest is history.
Yeah,
you gotta go with what you got. It's football, man.
We gonna see.
If you play good football, stuff can work. You just play football. Like, we gotta stop thinking that these dudes are superheroes and none of them are expendable. Dude, Joe Montana got replaced by Steve Young. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. And we think Joe Montana is the GOAT. Got replaced by Steve Young. Drew Bledsoe, we ain't seen no arm like that in our life. Tom Brady came right in and was like, peace. I got it from here, big dog. You get what I'm saying? Like, stop thinking these people are superheroes. They can be replaced, dog.
Next man up.
Next man up. Next man up. If a bitch can divorce a good man and replace him with a daggone Pookie, nigga, anybody can be replaced.
Carolina Panthers beat the Rams 31-28. Bryce Young 15-20, 206, but 3 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard 17 carries for 83 yards. Rico Dowdle 18 for 58. Jalen Coker 4 catches for 74 yards, and Tatora McMillan 1 catch for 43 yards and a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard had 2 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown. They played well. They showed you that you can go and be physical with the Rams and walk out with a win. Matthew Stafford was off 18-28, 243, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he also fumbled at the end of the game. So 3 total turnovers for Matthew Stafford. Blake Corum, 7 carries for 81 yards. Kyron Williams, 13 for 72 and a touchdown. Leading receiver was Xavier Smith with 3 catches for 82 yards. Puka Nacua had 6 catches for 72 yards. Had a great catch with one-handed catch on the sideline.
That catch was crazy.
Insane. Devontae Adams had 4 catches for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Every time he get his hands on the ball, it's a touchdown, ain't it?
Agreed.
Touchdown or a big play. Every time Devontae Adams touch it.
Carolina is a physical football team. They're gonna be tough to reckon with if they make it into the playoffs.
Let me see if they got Tampa Bay one more time.
I wish Brian Burns would have been able to stick around and see Carolina turn it around, man, because he wanted to stay there, but he loved Carolina though. He wanted to stay.
Oh, they got the Bucks twice. They got both of their games.
They play New Orleans, Tampa,
Seattle, Tampa.
Sure, they act like they're ready for it. I like Bryce Young's demeanor.
I saw him today when he completed that pass for the first down that iced the game, ultimately iced the game. Just the look on his face, I was like, I'm happy for that dude because you could tell he tried to hold his composure right, but he just kind of looked and he just kind of smirked like, yeah, okay, yeah, we there, we win it, and I think he's playing a whole lot better. Hey, I'm telling you, Denver is in a damn dogfight.
Yeah, and I can't even get my daggone YouTube TV to work right. It's actually my remote. Maybe my battery's going dead.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that the other day.
Is it a Fire Stick? My Fire Stick remote been acting up too.
Yeah, a little Fire Stick. It's probably the batteries. I ain't never replaced them.
Yeah, but Chris, in both of those games at the end of the season, you got a game against Seattle where you got New Orleans at home. You go to Tampa Bay. You got Seattle at home.
No, that Tampa Bay game's at home.
Excuse me. You go to New Orleans. You got Tampa, Seattle at home, and then you go to Tampa at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a warm weather game to end it. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, that's a dangerous team.
They might.
Well, they Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as well, though. I mean, what we seen against the 49ers, I'm like, dog, Shador look better against the 49ers than Bryce did last week.
They'll go out and do a game like they'll go and beat the Packers and then lose to the Saints the following week.
Yeah.
Agreed. They just got to run the football. As long as they can run the football and play defense. And then it's divisional games, for the most part, coming up at the end of the season.
3 out of 4?
Yeah. Seattle, that's a tough game.
It is a tough game.
That's tough.
But God damn it, if it's not a chance of them for winning this division.
Yeah.
Because who the Bucks got left? They got them twice, and then who's the other games for them?
Let's see.
Falcons and Dolphins.
They got 3 or 4 divisional games as well.
Mm-hmm. But all 4 of those games are very winnable.
All of them. Okay.
It's gonna be interesting.
It should be. Bills beat the Steelers 26-7. Raiders beat the Chargers 31-14. So, Browns lose to the 49ers 26-8, excuse me. In a game where a lot of things came into question, especially about play calling. Shedeur Sanders goes 16 of 25 for 149 and a touchdown. Quinshon Judkins goes 23 for 91 yards. Dylan Sampson goes 4 carries for 23 yards. Harold Fenton Jr. is the leading receiver with 3 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy had 3 catches for 26 yards. On the other side, 16 to 29 for 168 and a touchdown for Brock Purdy. Christian McCaffrey, 20 carries for 53 yards. Brian Robinson Jr., 8 carries for 26 yards. George Kittle, 4 catches for 67 yards. Jawan Jennings, 4 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown. And Kyle Juszczyk, 2 catches for 27 yards.
That's 20 for 53. That's what, 3.4 yards per carry?
Yeah.
3.2, something around there?
3.2 yards a carry.
Let's slow cook this game a little bit. Let's this pot roast. Let's slow cook it a little bit. Let's start with the first quarter, right?
Okay.
Browns kick out to the 49ers. 49ers, I think they got 1 first down and then went 3 and out after that, I think.
Okay.
They punt. Browns get the ball. They move the chains. I think they move the chains twice. And then they punt. And I think that punt is the first full bar. The special teams let a 66-yarder go.
Right.
Okay, that's cool. That happens, right?
They punted on the 4th and 1.
4th and 1. They should have punted on the 4th and 1. They punted. Mm-hmm. Special teams gave up a big return. And the 49ers get a short field. They get a touchdown. Right? So that's the first quarter, basically. I think Shedeur and them did get the ball back, and I think that's the one he missed Jerry Jeudy on deep. That was a touchdown. That's a mistake on the special teams, and then a mistake with Jerry Jeudy and Shedeur not connecting on that deep shot, and they end up having to punt that one as well. Right? Mm-hmm. In the second quarter, Browns finally get in the end zone. Shedeur made a play. They moved the chains a couple down. Then Shedeur made their play to the rookie tight end, and he go in the score. They get a penalty. Then they go for 2. They up 8-7. Right. So far,
you in the football.
It looks like it can be a close game, right? It looks like it can be a close game. You got one mistake because the Browns defense was playing well. They made that one mistake, giving them that short field out to the punt return, and that's how they scored. Now, after Shedeur and them score, you think that we about to go into halftime 8-7. Here's the second mistake. Now, this is the only mistake I think the defense really made is they couldn't hold these dudes for less than a minute from getting into field goal range, and they gave up some big first downs. They got down the field, got a field goal. They go into halftime 10-8. All right. So what are y'all thinking at this moment?
I mean, 10-8 is a good football game.
Good defense.
Defensive battle. It's a good football game.
A couple of miscues is just the difference between 10-8 and 10-14.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
I went into halftime kind of excited for the Browns. Like, wow, man, like everything is finally clicking. If you take away that special teams football, the defense was keeping the 49ers, contained, and the offense moved the ball well enough to get in the end zone. And I was liking it. The run game was getting yards. Shedeur was completing passes. They was moving the chains. Everything's cool, right? They just made their 2 mistakes, one on defense with a minute left. They gave up a field goal and the big punt return. Then here comes the third quarter. The Browns went conservative play calling the whole third quarter, right? Run, pass, continuously giving Shedeur. And what I didn't like about it is they would get under center for their run plays, and they would stay under center until they got to a passing down with passing yards to go. When it was third and long, now they in the shotgun. And I'm like, man, like you was more dangerous under center because San Francisco didn't know if it was going to be run or play action. Now you're in the shotgun and it's obvious passing down with obvious passing yards to go. And that's how they call plays in the third quarter. On top of going for it in the on 4th and 1, not getting it, and you in your own territory. That was the mistake on play calling. So first half, special teams football,
okay,
a defensive hiccup, and then third quarter play calling issues with the plays you call in first, second, and third down, and then decisions to go for it on 4th down. All right, how did y'all see the third quarter?
I was on the road, so I didn't get a chance to tap in.
I watched the second half, and I saw to me, it looked like the same thing that happened in the preseason, that the play calling is just horrible. And it seems like your quarterback makes a mistake, right? And he missed the open receiver in Jerry Jeudy. He missed him. But then you act like you are afraid to throw the ball for the rest of the game, which is strange to me because you have to think about your 2 quarterbacks that you have, for one, and who's more equipped to play in an offense like the Cleveland Browns have right now. Bad offensive line play. You got a decent running back. You got some pretty decent receivers. They're not terrible. And you got a pretty good tight end. They're okay. But your offensive line is not great at all, right? Gabriel, it's clear and evident that you have more faith in Gabriel than you do Shedeur Sanders. For what reason, I have no idea. But that's probably your choice as the head coach, as the quarterback. You got to deal with the backup. You have to look back at the college game and the way they played college ball. Dylan Gabriel went to a juggernaut. He went to Oregon, right? And they got booted in the first round of the playoffs. Am I right?
Something like that.
In a situation where your offensive line held up the entire season, but you got into the playoffs and it couldn't hold up for you. Shedeur never had an offensive line in high school, in college. Excuse me. So if anybody's equipped to play in an offense like that, I would think Shedeur would be your guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, but so and the backup, kind of back up to what you said about them not having faith in Shedeur as much as they had faith in Gabriel. I don't think that's it. I think it was hopes, right? So they wanted Gabriel to be the guy, and they wanted him to work out. It wasn't that they got more faith in him. They were just like, I want this to work, so I'm going to force it.
Yeah, because that's his pick.
Right. So he was trying to force it. Evident in Gabriel's second game. Like they brought Gabriel in his first game. they managed him a little bit. And it was like, oh, the next week we go give him more. And that's the game he threw 52 times. He dropped back 50, well, more than that, but he threw 50 times, 52 times, right? So that was Gabriel's second game. Shadour's second game, he threw the ball 25 times. So imagine the work they gave Shadour tonight. Gabriel got double. +2.
So, Shadour was asked about play calling today in an interview, and this is what he had to say about it.
It's 4th and 1. Those 2 4th and 1s that didn't work. Did you like Kevin having the aggressiveness there, even backed up in your territory?
I mean, first, that's a rude question to ask. If I think, it was a great call by my coach,
You like the aggression. Don't you like the call? Like, do you like?
I like being out there playing. so whatever that comes with, it comes with. We not gonna be here and ever point finger at no coach or do anything like that. That's extremely disrespectful, and that's not even in my place. So I'm thankful for being out there, honestly, and I'm thankful that he trusts us as an offense to be able to go out there and be able to execute. Did we execute? No, we didn't. But I'm just thankful that we have that trust.
They tried it. Good job, reporter, for trying to get messy and get the wrong answer out of him.
That man, media training is incredible.
Yeah, I like the way he fielded that question.
Yeah, Lee.
But I think he took the high road for sure, right? He did, because everybody's talking about the play calling and how that went. I just don't think Kevin Stefanski should be the head coach. I don't think he ever should have been hired to begin with, right? But I mean, here we are, and all of these games he's playing for his job anyway. He is, and they're not winning, so it's going to be a change in hierarchy in that organization anyway at the end of the season. If they keep Kevin Stefanski, they just don't want to win.
No,
because you're not going to win with the dude. You're not.
I just don't understand the owner. Like, this junk is cool to him, man. It's normal to him. Like, dude, you can't have, like, this dude really got to be taking vacations and dealing with other businesses. It's like he don't even care about what's going on with this organization for real, dog. Like, is he involved? I don't think he's involved, dog. I don't think he's involved. He can't be.
I mean, I think he's involved. I just think he's at a place now where he's at a crossroad. And I'm talking about the owner, right? He's at a crossroad where the coach, right, has said a lot of things, and I talked him into it, going to office, because they have coaches and owners meet all the time. They've had these meetings like, just trust me, this will work. Trust me, this will work. Trust me, this will work. And I think the trust might be gone. But you don't fire him 13 weeks into the season. You let him ride out. You better show me something. You got 6 more weeks to show me, or 5 more weeks to show me. You better show me something. And it's not working. But if I bring this quarterback in and I start winning football games, it makes the owner look right. So I'm going to handicap his play calling and make him look bad too. That's just how I see it. Because there's no way that you can convince me that your playbook is open with the stuff that I saw today. It looked very, very closed. Like, we're going to take these 2 pages right here because this is what you seem to be good at, and that's all we're going to do. I don't know. Because if I'm the quarterback, the starting quarterback of the football team, right, I know my playbook pretty well. Your backup quarterback is the one to know that motherfucker in and out. Because that's his job. He don't do nothing but sit there and study the playbook. That's it.
Right.
So everything should be open. There should be a seamless transition between your starter and your second team quarterback. That's why you draft or you have quarterbacks to kind of likeliness. You understand what I'm saying? You try to get that as much as you possibly can.
But remember, he wasn't the backup until what, week 6, week 7?
He was the emergency.
He was the scout team quarterback.
Yeah. He was the emergency quarterback.
He probably didn't even give him the playbook until he became the backup.
He got the playbook, he just, but I'm just not, I don't know. I'm not opening up I'm not going to limit the playbook for a player because that gives me an opportunity to kind of grade on whether he knows the playbook or not for real. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to open it up so I can see what I got. Because right now, I don't have a solidified quarterback. I don't. I need to open it up for both of them and see what I got. Hell, you to the point now where I rotate them in every series. You ain't finna go to the playoffs. You might as well see what the hell you got.
Play for your position next year starting now?
Yeah. Why not? So there was an incident that happened in the third quarter where Malik Collins got hurt. And he ended up having to be carted off the field. And it was obviously a serious injury, but there was an incident that happened between Shelby Harris, who's a defensive tackle for the Cleveland Browns, and Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings, the same dude that got his balls grabbed last week, and player got suspended for doing it. But the player kept saying that, he run his mouth so much he deserved it. He run his mouth so much he deserved it. Well, right. Shelby Harris went after Juwan Jennings like crazy, and Juwan Jennings went and stood behind his offensive lineman and was talking. You understand what I'm saying? And it was just kind of weird, like, why is this going on during the injury? Well, Shelby Harris addressed the situation after the game, and he wasn't very happy at all. This is what he had to say.
He's a hoe, and I want that known. Like, I see why he got punched in the nuts, because that's some, like, he says some things that you should not say to another man ever, but, like, I don't respect it because you say that, then run behind your O-line. That's some real soft shit, and I want that known. I see exactly why they punched the nuts. I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
Here's my assessment, right? and I hate this. I hate this, man, because I hate it when Draymond did it. I hate when anybody do it.
Right.
I hate when someone comes out and say he said some stuff you never supposed to say to a man, and they don't never tell you what he said. So we just gotta guess he called you a bitch.
Something.
Right.
Something like
I'm
that.
trying to figure out what it is. Like what you think might be different from me. So
right.
What did he say that you should never say to a man? Give me some butt. I don't know what it is. What are you trying to say? Open your mouth, speak your mind. Don't come on the mic all loud and, hey man, I just want everybody to know that he did. No, you can't let everybody know this and then don't tell us what he said. So that's one thing. I don't know what the man said, so I'm not taking nobody's side on it.
So supposedly he said something about Malik Collins being hurt. That's all that was said. But he said something about the man on the ground, and Shelby Harris didn't like it. And Myles Garrett addressed it after the game too. He took the high road. He was like, there are some people that probably weren't raised right. I'm not going to talk about people and how they were raised, but it's probably something, what I'm saying, that he got some deeper issues going on, and I wish him the best of luck.
And I like Garrett's approach and explanation better than Gabriel's. But I understand it because Shelby. Because I understand he's the one that went after Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
So just like Draymond, they always try to justify why they got out of control. So when Draymond hit Poole, that was like he say some stuff that you never supposed to say to a man, and everybody just be like, "Oh, sure, I take your side, Draymond, because I know what you're talking about. You can't say that to me either." Right? That they always try to pull people in on their side by saying that. And it's always the people who do something wrong or make themselves look bad by going after him. I just want everybody to know why I went after him, and I want y'all to accept it and be okay with it. So I'm just gonna cop out and say he said some stuff you never supposed to say to a man. I guess they give you a free pass.
So two opposing players on two separate teams in two consecutive weeks have the same reaction to this dude.
Tell me what he said.
It's okay.
Tell me what he said.
Know what he said.
Tell me what he said. When somebody spit on Romanowski back in the day.
Romanowski spit on everybody.
Well, okay, but I think somebody said Romanowski called him the N-word.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't say he said some stuff that you never supposed to say to a man.
He said exactly what he said.
Yeah, this is what he said. Say that. You're a grown man.
Right.
You're a
Right.
grown man. If he called you the B word, he called him a B word while he was on the ground, and I didn't like that. Now the people who are offended by the B word can be offended, and people is like, oh, y'all playing football. He called you a B word, so what? But when you say he said some stuff a man ain't never supposed to say to another man, everyone got that one thing that you ain't never supposed to say to the man that they thinking that he said, but nobody really knows. You get what I'm saying?
On the football field, it's a lot of bitches and hoes and motherfuckers and all types of shit.
Correct.
It's just the way it is, right? And I'm sure it's like that on the basketball court as well, right? And I'm sure it is. But once you start to get personal, like people have different responses to it. Now, do I think he should have said what he said? Yeah, give us some sort of context to so we can formulate our own opinion. But the only time it ever get personal is when people want to fight you after the game. That's when it gets personal. And obviously, he said something personal about their teammate that was hurt, and that's 2 times in 2 weeks. And I don't know. I mean, you can't. I never heard anybody getting suspended about for what they said on the football field. Never, right? I've never heard any disciplinary action about something that somebody said on the football field. It's always your actions. So, yeah. So it is what it is.
I mean, I ain't never seen nobody even get in trouble for what happens in a scrum when doing a fumble. The bottom of that pile, I heard people going in there gouging eyes,
digging an asshole
out of your throat. You know what I mean? Like they doing all types of stuff.
There could be some touchy feeling that's going on down there. Yeah, especially if you got the ball, you finna get grabbed. Best thing you can do is hold on to the ball, curl up in the fetal position, and tighten your butt cheeks. Straight up. All right, man. So my bad, I hit the wrong one. So as we look at this playoff picture now, expect for the NFC, Rams are your number 1 seed. That flip, Bears and Rams. I did this before the end of the games. Bears go into the number 1 seed. Rams are the 2 seed. Eagles are the 3 seed. Bucks are the 4 seed. Your wild card teams are Seattle, Green Bay, and San Francisco. And your in the hunt teams are the Lions, the Cowboys, and the Panthers. Still in that order. Even though if the Cowboys and the Panthers tie, the Panthers would go because the Cowboys lost to the Panthers early in the year. So, NFC playoff picture looks like this. AFC picture is a little bit different. Patriots, Broncos, Colts, and Steelers. Steelers are holding on to that spot with the Chargers, Jaguars, and the Bills as the wild card teams. The Texans, the Chiefs, and the Ravens are your teams that are in the hunt. I would venture to say that maybe Cincinnati should be in the hunt picture as well, especially in the AFC, because Pittsburgh is not going to hold on to that division for too much longer.
They're free falling. Free fall.
If in Baltimore, like we mentioned before, they're not playing good football right now.
Mm-hmm.
They won a couple of games. The quarterback hasn't been playing, up to his potential at all. And, a lot of people think that that he's hurt. And I think so too. I think he's, like I said, I think he's probably 70%. Cincinnati just got Joe Burrow back, and they came in and throttled Baltimore. The matchup, the one thing that in the AFC that I'm interested in as well is Houston can catch the Indianapolis Colts.
Did they just beat the Bills?
Who?
No, they just beat
the Texans just beat the Colts.
The Colts, yeah.
No, I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about in the last couple of weeks. Didn't they beat the Bills?
Yeah. They did.
So they on the head-to-head against the Bills.
Yes.
It's getting sticky out here.
But the thing about it is that Houston, if Daniel Jones is hurt, let's say Daniel Jones really hurt, they got to sit him down. And you see what I'm saying? And the Houston, they just got C.J. Stroud back today, and he didn't look terrible at all. He looked pretty good, to be honest with you. That's a tough situation right there, because that whole situation right there with the Colts and the Texans, that's interesting. And like you said, Chris, the head-to-head between the Bills and the Texans, Texans beat them too.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. The NFC one is more interesting to me towards the back end of it. I think the Rams and the Rams and the Bears. Chris not a Bears fan, but they're sitting in the one spot.
Wait, what am
Tampa
I
Bay-
missing? What? Oh, okay. I forgot the Ram. I'm trying to figure out why the Seahawks was a wild card, but okay, got it.
Because
Everybody
the
else
Rams are
won
winning that division. Yeah, Rams
Yeah,
are winning
yeah,
that
yeah.
division.
And they on the head-to-head.
Yeah, they do.
Dang, so the Panthers can really jump in front of the Bucks if they take care of business. That's crazy.
If the Panthers win, it's same with the Buccaneers. If you win your divisional games in these last weeks, you win the division.
Facts.
And they play each other twice.
Yep.
That's big
So,
time.
That's huge. That's huge. The Lions and the Cowboys play each other, so that will be interesting because it'll be that's you fighting for your playoff life in this game on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. He said, "I just need them Cowboys to show up against the Lions." Cowboys been playing good defense, and
Hey, Cowboys about to clap the Lions, dog. I mean, let's just keep it all the way real, dog.
Chris didn't think that was funny.
You hear how he laughing? It's not a real laugh. It's a troll laugh. He's trolling.
Man.
So,
sheesh.
Chris, me and Chris gonna do a show together on Wednesday. We're gonna do the pregame show, and then we'll go live and do the play-by-play. Mill, you gonna join us?
I don't want his
Man,
ass
I
on there.
might.
Don't invite him to hell no. I don't want his ass on there. I don't want his ass on there at all.
Oh my god,
Man, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun.
I can't look. I can't even daggone. Hey man, I guess, man. You're right, dog. Don't invite me, man. I can't even daggone come hang out with the fellas, man. Yeah,
No, not this week. Not this week. Stay your ass where you at.
Yeah.
That's
You can't
diabolical, man.
You can't come.
Listen, man. I don't know. I think it's not even the coordinator's plural issue because the defensive coordinator Kelvin Shepard is doing his thug thizzle. He's hooping. I don't know what the fuck going on the offensive side. To be honest with you, I got no answers.
I watched them play Green Bay, and
and Frank Ragnar's not coming back because he failed his physical.
he did fail. I saw him say something about
They
that.
said it was a grade 3 hamstring issue.
So he got a tear in it.
I don't, or was it grade 3 or it was like something.
This man insurance ain't kicked in yet. He tried to get back in the league so he can get that free medical. That's all. Like, well, he knew he hurt his son.
He's so stupid.
He tried to get back in. He tried to get back in so he can daggone get his daggone hammy worked on.
They said it was like a strain, but it wasn't he failed his physical. So we won't be getting Ragnar back at least until next season if he doesn't retire. The O-line is what it is. I think that might be the biggest issue of it because Jared Goff is not getting the time in the pocket that he's used to. But then you also couple that with whatever play calling and scheming that they're doing on offense. Like, they're just not in sync anymore. Like, you see the disconnect with him and St. Brown. I don't think that's a disconnect between them. I think it's literally the play calling.
How long is St. Brown out for?
I haven't seen anything yet. But with it being technically like a regular week, seven days between, I don't know if he even plays this week. I'm gonna be watching the injury report to be seeing.
What you saying from your D line? You remember when Hutch was a menace before he got hurt?
There's so it's two sides of this for me, right? On one side of it, it looks like they're not generating enough pressure, right? But if you watch, there's a lot of, and I know they say you can see holding on every play. There's a lot of shit that a lot of these other teams get away with, because the Lions get back there and they get these quarterbacks off spot. But once they get them off spot, I think that's where the shit starts getting iffy. Aiden has a lot of pressures. He gets a lot of pressures. But they were talking about, quarterbacks have so and so many seconds before, the line gets back there. And these quarterbacks, they get the tape, they get the ball out quick. You hold on to the ball, you're liable to go down, right? Or you're getting taken off your spot. So that's in the game plan when you go against Detroit. Get the ball out quick, or run out, do some bootlegs or whatever. Just get the ball out of there. So I think that's one of the things they're getting game plan for against. There's a lot of holding. There's a lot of holding. And it's not just on Hutch either. There's a lot of holding on Aleem McNeil. Matter of fact, in that game on Thursday against the Packers, I can't remember what drive it was on, but Aleem McNeil got held and got his face mask pulled down.
I do remember somebody grabbing his face mask and putting him down to the ground.
And it went uncalled.
Yeah.
And I think it was on a 4th down that ended up being a touchdown, or it ended up being a big play, because that little bit right there gave Jordan Love just enough time. So like it's little shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? They always say, don't leave it in the hands of the refs. Cool, true enough. But it's getting to the point, it's like, at what point, like, are we not seeing, like, the D-line is getting held a lot every week?
Could be it.
Yeah.
So, but again, also because the D-line is healthy. Minus Marcus Davenport, he just came back. But outside of that, the D-line was pretty healthy. Aleem McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Reader, everybody's good. So I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know. The problem is, surprisingly, like, you see it in the Giants game, right? The secondary is holding up just enough. But then again, the D-line is, can't get all the way back there or whatever. These quarterbacks can get off their spot. Jameis Winston threw a lot of bullshit. Everybody want to be like, oh, Jameis Winston had a crazy game against the Lions. Go watch the tape. Jameis Winston threw a lot of bullshit. A lot of receivers had to come back to the ball. The cornerbacks were hurt in our secondary. Our secondary is kind of fucked up right now. So these corners are doing the best they can tracking these receivers and staying with them. Mm-hmm. Once the receiver starts going off route, the corners are not they're not tracking the ball. They're tracking the receiver. That's why you go see in the Giants game, a lot of those bullshit throws that Jameis Winston was throwing up. And then, the receiver got to come back to it, and he's somehow open by like 3 or 4 yards because he came back to it. It's because they're tracking the receiver, not the ball. Where if they was tracking the ball, a lot of those plays wouldn't even happen. We might even end up getting some interceptions out of those.
Bo Nix just threw a costly pick.
Really?
Costly pick.
Also, in that Packers game, because I seen the comment right there, that was egregious too. They gave Matt LaFleur the fucking timeout on a clear false start.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
on a clear false start.
They did.
Well,
which resulted in, because it was 4th and 1. The false start would have made it 4-6. They had to hit the field goal. Cool. They gave him the timeout. That ended up bringing them. They gave him the chance right back to score that touchdown on 4th and 1.
And that's when you got to just charge it to the game and be like, well, this is the outcome that they wanted.
And I said it. I don't know if I said it to myself or I said it to a homeboy of mine, but I was like, if this is how they're going to call the game, we lost from the start. And that's how they called the game.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It started with, I think it was there was a pass interference or something that was bullshit. And I was like, all right, this is what they doing. And then it was the false start. They let Matt LaFleur get the timeout, and it went all the way through the game until Aleem McNeil got his face mask pulled down, and they didn't.
You know what that tells me? Because these are the type of plays that Detroit would have go in their favor last season. It tells me last season was y'all season, and y'all wasn't able to do nothing with it.
I mean, anybody can say that, but I knew last year the injuries on defense was going to catch up to us, and it did. It is what it is.
Mm.
But I
Shout out
think
to my brother-in-law Vince, man.
I think
What's up, Vince?
I think that you couple in a new offensive coordinator, Dan Campbell trying new shit. He want to call plays now. You know what I'm saying?
That's insane.
Like, it was cool against Washington because it looked like, oh man, this might be what we was missing. But then in the games following that, Philly, Green Bay, New York, like it's not looking. And then people are like, well, you know, Dan Campbell was a fourth down quarterback, fourth down coach. Go for it. I'm like, yeah, that's cool or whatever. But now you done did it so much and you done so good at it. You don't think that the rest of the league got tape on it? You don't think? And then the fourth down calls that you making are very questionable.
Right, which gets me to my point of who was calling the plays last year. Are you ready to admit that Ben Johnson was the secret sauce?
Who said he wasn't? You never heard me say Dan Campbell was calling the plays last year. We knew Ben Johnson was the play caller.
I thought earlier this season when we was talking about it before the season started, and when I brought up Ben Johnson is going to be a big difference maker in Detroit, and you was like, nah, 13 games, 15 games, y'all was going to win all this stuff. I do remember you saying that.
Yeah, because the talent.
That's what I'm saying. But, you know, now we starting to see it was probably more Ben Johnson than it was Jared Goff or the talent.
Ben Johnson had a huge part to play in it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and he like it's almost a no-brainer when you have a team. How many games y'all win last year?
15.
Y'all win 15 games last year. Offense looks phenomenal. Jared Goff passing for career highs. St. Brown getting fed. Running backs running route like daggone a stable full of horses. J-Mo getting reverses and going deep and all this stuff. Y'all doing trick plays. Jared Goff done caught touchdowns. Like all this stuff going on is rolling. And then Ben Johnson leaves, and then all of a sudden the Bears in the same division are now winning the division and is 8-3, and Detroit don't look so good. And now Caleb Williams look good.
Caleb Williams
and
still
now those
like
running.
Hold on. Caleb Williams still look like shit. Let's not go there. let's not do that.
He might look like crap, but 8-3 is a pretty good lipstick to put on top of that pig.
For sure.
That's Prada lipstick on that pig and Prada fingernail polish, because that's probably that's what he like.
Absolutely.
So he made up pretty nice. 8-3 is pretty.
Nobody ever said that Ben Johnson wasn't the reason why we was doing what we was doing.
Well, we agree.
But again, you take away Ben Johnson, sure, but the problem is also who they brought in. I don't think John Morton is the guy, and I'd be highly surprised if he's here next year.
Bruh, the same. It seems like the Browns, the Lions, and the Carolina Tar Heels got the same offensive coordinator.
The Carolina Tar Heels. What the hell?
Bill Belichick, he got a trash old coordinator over there. I think it's his wife. It's his girlfriend. Did you see the girlfriend in the studio with the coaches telling them what to do? I guess she's in charge of like putting the film together in the PowerPoint for the film study, and she was in there scolding the assistant coaches about not knowing how to use PowerPoint, scolding them. And they couldn't say nothing because Bill was right there. You didn't see that, Corey?
I did not.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you. But go ahead, my bad.
Send it to me. He said Belichick a fool. So, I think it'll be interesting on Thursday because Cowboys have found this upstart. You know, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, and their offense is they clicking right now. So, I think it'll be a very, very, very interesting game. Very interesting.
Yeah, and normally I would probably go in with the bravado of, like, you know, Lions and blah blah blah. After we lost to the Packers and got swept by them this season, I I'm just short of saying my season is over with.
We'll talk about it on
All right.
Wednesday. All right, let's go into this
What?
MVP race real quick.
All right.
Matthew Stafford leading the way. Drake May, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Sam Darnold, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, and Dak Prescott. Caleb Williams is right behind Dak Prescott.
Take Patrick Mahomes out and Josh Allen, slide Jackson Smith and Jigba up, and Sam Darnold, and that's your top 5.
That's how you see it.
But you know what? Drake May with the record they got in New England and they're about to clinch their division too. And then I think he's leading the league in passing. I don't know what he's doing for touchdowns. I got to check. Drake May might be a decent candidate. If Jonathan Taylor, you know, was consistent the last 3 games, then he would probably still be in second place for me. And, you know, but Matthew Stafford just had a bad game too, man. So it's ain't none of these clear cut candidates, you know, perfect and just front running. But I like to see Matthew Stafford, Darnold, May, Taylor up top, maybe rounded off with Jackson Smith with the receiver. So I like those as a top 5. I don't know what order though.
Your NFL passing leaders are Dak Prescott, number 1 at 3,261 yards. Patrick Mahomes, number 2 at 3,238 yards. Drake May at number 3 for 3,130 yards.
Okay.
Yeah. Dak and Jared Goff are leading. Well, actually, Matthew Stafford is leading the NFL with 30 touchdowns. Dak and Jared Goff both have 25 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes has 22. Drake May has 21.
Who the fuck did he throw 25 touchdowns to?
Who threw 25?
Jared Goff. I watched every game. Who the fuck he throw 25 to? Shout out to him. I missed some, apparently. I know Saint. I think Saint got 9. Jameer, I think, got 4 out of the backfield. J-Mo maybe got 6. I don't know who else got the rest.
Yeah. Those are your stat leaders. So it's an open race. Only thing I gotta say is
I said what I said. Get Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes out of there.
I agree. That's just names. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And it's a catch-22 with JSN and Sam Darnold because the conversation will always be
votes.
The conversation will always be, well, who got the ball to JSN?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate it for pass catchers. JSN will probably get NFC Offensive Player of the Year, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's his for sure. That's a lock. We know what it is with MVP. It's going to be between Matthew Stafford, Drake May, and Patrick Mahomes will find a way to be up there. Yeah, I agree. Pat should be nowhere near that high on that list, especially with the record. They 6-6.
Yeah. Say Jackson Smith and Jigba was so my.
It's always right when you take them that they sell you. Trust me, I know. Motherfuckers be cooking the whole season. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna finally put them on my ticket. Motherfucker lay a dud.
And then we were supposed to do this show earlier, so I had made this cool little background with Bo Nix and Patrick Surtain riding.
Look like Denver might be
Listen, I'm telling you, they are in a battle. They are in a battle.
What's the score right now? Let me see.
20-17.
Who won it?
20-17.
Denver.
The crowd just went crazy because Terry McLaurin hit a corner route and Patrick Surtain was holding the shit out of him and they didn't throw a flag. The crowd went crazy. Water bottles started flying, all types of shit. They was mad. But, you know, it's football. You know, it's going to be some holding. There's going to be a lot of things going on. But Denver is kind of in another one of those teams where they get in these close football games and they just find a way to come out on top. Bo Nix is not playing tremendously well. They run the ball pretty decent. They got some pretty good receivers. Cortland Sutton is the dude. But that defense that they got is amazing. They play excellent defense.
Yeah, they do.
All around.
They want Bill
excellent
Nix to
defense.
beat him so bad though.
They do. They do. But they Washington fighting hard tonight. They are playing Denver's game tonight, and in some instances they beating them in it. But it'll be fun towards the end of the game. As long as Washington can just continue this course and just be in the game at the end, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
But Marcus Mariota, he will shit the bed. So as long as he don't
Well,
shit,
I'm
they'll
about
be all right.
to go watch the rest of this game. Go down to the wire.
Go check it
Yes,
out,
sir.
man. I'm gonna watch it too. It was fun, boys.
Yes,
It
sir.
was
Not
fun.
looking forward to Wednesday and Thursday, but I'll see y'all then.
Hey man, we're gonna make it fun. We're gonna make it fun.
Just as long as Mel don't show up, I'll be all right.
I'll be there.
Oh my God.
I don't want to take
I'ma
all the
leave-
fun out the hardship.
I'm gonna leave 3 windows open, Mel. You can show up if you want to. But
Don't leave that man an open invite, man. He got pickles and watermelon to eat, man. He got better shit to do.
wow.
Hey, Chris and Corey, I just sent you that clip of Belichick fussing out the entire media team.
I mean,
I sent it to y'all.
he love that girlfriend, huh?
I sent y'all the DM on Facebook.
Okay,
I
cool.
bet.
We'll check it out.
All right,
All right,
y'all boys.
I'll let y'all, man.
Yeah.
Been fun. We'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.
Who y'all?
All right now. Peace.